Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to Ask the Health Coach. My name is Carlos, and I am your health and fitness specialist. Today, we're here to talk about juggling work, kids, and fitness because we know that life can get hectic and crazy, right? The kids have extracurricular activities, homework. You got to get home, make the meals for the kids, get them ready for the next day. So it's very busy. On top of that, you got to go to work. You got to get things done there. If you're a supervisor or manager, you got to delegate people there also. So you're doing that at work plus at home, trying to delegate things, right? And this can become overwhelming. It can make you feel like, man, I just don't have the time to exercise. But today, I'm going to share with you how to fit in that time for your health and wellness, how to fit in those workouts, make it convenient, making it simple. All right. Let's go into our first slide of today. So, the busy parent's dilemma, right? So between work, kids, activities, and household chores, finding time for exercise can seem impossible, right? Like we just said, you got a lot on your plate, and it can be hard to really find that time to exercise. Now, there was a 2023 survey by the Pew Research Center that indicates that a significant portion of parents, particularly those with younger children, these are children between like 10, 12 months or newborn, all the way up to about 10, 11, 12, right? These are our younger kids. They find that parenting to be tiring and stressful, which often leads to challenges in finding time for activities like exercise. So again, we're going to talk about that today on how we can get better. This is just some statistics. About 41% of parents report feeling that parenting is tiring. And a lot of us can relate to that, right? It can be tiring. Like I said before, you got homework, extracurricular activities. You're pretty much their chauffeur. You're taking them around. Then you got work on top of that. 29% say it's stressful most or all of the time being a parent. So these challenges likely contribute to the difficulty parents face in making time for fitness and self-care. And a lot of times parents also feel guilty about fitting that exercise into that day because you're thinking, hey, I need to be there for my kids, but you need to be there for yourself also. Like, for example, on the airplane, when they tell you, hey, in a case of emergency, put your mask on first, then put your child's mask on second. And that relates to this also. When it comes to your self care, you need to care for yourself first. That way you can be better for your family, be better for the kids, be better at work. That way you're a better person overall. You're more fit, you're more healthy, right? So we want to make sure we prioritize our self care so we can be there for those we really care about. All right. So I want to introduce y'all to Daphne, right? A lot of y'all can probably relate to Daphne's story. Daphne is a 35-year-old marketing executive, starts her day at 6 a.m., right? 6 a.m. in the morning. After getting the kids ready for school, she heads to work, juggles meetings, and manages a team of 10. Also, by the time she gets home, she's exhausted, but still has to cook dinner and get quality time with the family. I want y'all to put in the comments if you can relate to that story. Does this sound kind of like what your lifestyle looks like? Let me know if that sounds like your lifestyle in the comments below. But despite her hectic schedule, Daphne knew she needed to prioritize her health for herself and her family. Like I said before, we got to prioritize our self-care so we can be there for our family in the long run. Because if you're lacking in sleep, you're lacking in fitness, lacking in nutrition, you're lacking stress management skills and techniques, then you're not going to be able to be 100% for your family. And I want you to be 100% for them, for those kids, for your spouse, whoever you love and care for. I want you to be at 100% for them and especially for yourself. Okay. So let's get right into it. Daphne's turning point. So Daphne realized that she didn't need hours at the gym. She needed practical solutions that fit her lifestyle. We're going to talk about this in a minute in the other slides too. She found out that even 15 minutes of daily exercise can reduce the risk of major illnesses by 30%. 30%, guys, just by fitting in 15 minutes a day. That's it. Just 15 minutes of exercise a day can make a big difference. And 15 minutes is only about 1% of your total day. Add that 24 hours, that's 1% of your day. So find that 15 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, micro workouts, do them when you can, where you can. Don't rely on the gym, because a lot of times we say, I want to go to the gym, we just can't get there. There will always become an excuse, so we have to figure out what works for us. All right, the reality of finding time. 70% of adults don't meet the recommended physical activity levels. 50% of parents with young children are less likely to exercise on a regular basis. Greater than 60% of working professionals say they would exercise more if they had more time. Let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like you lack the time to exercise? And what does time look like for you when it comes to exercise? Is it during 30 minutes, an hour, 45 minutes, 10 minutes? What does it look like from your perspective on how much time do you feel like you should exercise on a daily basis? Let me know that in the comments below. All right. So, how do we fit fitness into our lifestyle? We talked about this just a few seconds ago. Micro workouts are key. Break workouts into 5 to 10 minute sessions. So what I mean by this, in the morning time, when you first wake up before anybody else is up, you can say, okay, let me do a 5 to 10 minute stretch before I get my day started. This is your first workout of the day. All right, you get the kids ready, you get them to school, y'all have breakfast and everything like that. You're on your way to work, you get to work, you get to your desk. Let's say you get to work, let's say 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time before you really have to start. Take 5 to 10 minutes, do something at your desk. You can do push-ups on your desk, you can do squats from your seat, you can go walk the stairs a little bit, go walk around the office a little bit before you get your day started. And these are some ways to add those micro workouts. All right, so now we're into our work for the day, right? Now we get to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's time for our lunch break. So let's say for lunch, we got 30 minutes. All right. So say it takes us 15 minutes to eat, right? After we eat or before we eat, let's go for another walk. Let's take the stairs. Let's do a little bit of activity before we eat. So 10 to 15 minutes of activity right there. Bam. And then we get done with work. So lunch, we work a little bit more. We get done with work, pick up the kids from school. We get them food ready for dinner. We help them out with homework, whatever they need. And now we get to the end of our day where we kind of wind down, right? I know a lot of us want to wind down with, kind of going that we want to just veg out, right? We want to watch our Netflix show. We want to go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, watch some of our favorite videos. But instead, well, let's say this, you can still do that, right? You still listen to your favorite podcast, whatever you do at the end of the night. But before you get on that phone and before you start vegging out on TikTok and Netflix, let's take another 10 minutes of exercise, just a little bit of walking in place or marching in place, maybe a few jumping jacks or jump rope, some squats in place, things like that, just for 5-10 minutes before you go to bed, with a little bit of light stretching. Or if you're in a safer neighborhood, you can go for a walk around the block before you go to bed for about 10 to 15 minutes once you get the kids down. If you have somebody else there with you to watch the kids, if you're a single parent, then you want to do that activity at home, such as marching in place, doing some squats at home, anything like that, just to get a little active right before bed, again, with some light stretching mixed in with that at the end. And that right there is how you get in a full 25 to 35 or 40 minutes of exercise in your day without having to squeeze everything into one workout. Just spread throughout the day if you have to. If you're not a morning person, again, just do 5 to 10 minutes right before you get the kids up to get them ready for school. Again, do that other piece right before you start work. Lunch hour, take another section, and then right before bed, another light workout. So just do these quick light exercises, like the chair workouts, the stretches, quick walks, anything like that. Use apps also that offer guided micro workouts. You can easily go to YouTube, type in 5-minute, 10-minute dumbbell workout, 5-10 minute cardio workout, no equipment workouts. You can easily find these on YouTube. Netflix has the Nike app that you can utilize also. You got Peloton if you want to pay for something additional. But there are so many options out there when it comes to apps and exercises that you can utilize for just quick sources. All right. So make sure you take advantage of that. A lot of free stuff out there. All right. So other thing you can do is combine family time with exercise. So you can turn family outings into active adventures. You can go for hikes, bike rides, playground fun, or playing sports together. So little things like this can also help out with being conscious about being active with your kids. That way you're setting that example. They see mommy, they see daddy doing it, they may still want to do it more. So involve your kids in your workouts at home or at the park. They can join in or play nearby. So if you're at the park and the kids are sliding down, they're going on the swing, they kind of playing with their friends, they kind of ignoring you. So at this time, while they're ignoring you, you can do little things at the park. Let me know in the comments below. What do you do at the park while your kids are playing? Are you playing with them? Are you sitting down looking at your phone? Or are you exercising while they're out playing and getting that exercise in? What do you do while your kids are at the park playing with their friends? All right. But schedule those weekend activities that get everyone moving. Schedule on the weekends because, again, we know Monday through Friday is pretty busy with extracurricular activities, homework, and your job. So, again, squeezing in where you can on the weekends is going to help out a lot. And just do those micro workouts throughout the weekday if you need to. All right. And then start your day with movement. We talked about this briefly on the other slide before. Wake up a little early if you need to. Now, the way you do this is you have to create a night routine to set yourself up to win. We don't want to hit that snooze button too many times. So we got to make sure we get to bed at a reasonable time. Make sure that we also put the notifications off or turn them off on the phone. All you got to do is just hit that silence button, do not disturb. That way you don't get any notifications from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, your job. You don't get any notifications from your emails, anything like that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you go to bed at a reasonable time. So if you need to get up by 5 in the morning to work out, then you need to be in bed at least no later than 10 o'clock before bed. All right. You need to get to bed at a reasonable time so you get that 7 to 8 hours of rest. That way you're energized. You're not hitting that snooze button 5 or 10 times, and then you miss your workout entirely. So set yourself up to win by creating a good sleep routine the night before. And that way, before you get the kids up, before they wake up, before the energy starts for the day, what you can do is kind of get your energy out, get that workout in. It is done. You don't have to worry about the rest of the day of getting the workout in. You're good to go. You knocked it out in the morning time before you even start your day. So if you know you're a person that by the time you get to that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night and you feel super exhausted, then the morning workout may be your best bet if you want to just knock it out all in one session. So before you go to sleep at night, make sure you put your workout clothes out. Make sure they're ready to go. You can sleep in your workout clothes if you want to be ready like that. Also, another thing I recommend you can do, you can put your weights right there by the bed to remind you, hey, let me get up and work out. Do everything you need to do to prioritize that workout in the morning. Set that, again, that night routine. Put your clothes out or wear them to bed, whichever one you got to do to prioritize that exercise in the morning and also getting that 30 minutes in and getting up without having to hit that snooze button, all right? The other thing we want to do is want to maximize time when we work out. So if you only have 15 or 20 minutes, you can say, I'm going to do some high intense interval training. And for everybody, that looks different depending on your fitness level. So if you're a person that's been working out for a while and your fitness level is pretty good, but you just need to get back into it because you've been out of it for 2, 3, or 4 months, maybe a year, it's like, oh, I can push myself a little bit. Go ahead and do that. You can do things like jump rope, push-ups, squat hops, all that type of stuff. But if you're somebody that's just starting out, you got some limitations, maybe some knee issues, some hip issues, shoulders, certain injuries that don't allow you to do a lot, then maybe you can do some light exercises from the chair. Maybe you can do some modified exercises such as push-ups on the wall. You can do squats from the chair. You can do things like walking in place or marching in place. Things like that can also be high intensity interval training. It doesn't have to be extremely intense exercises, all right? Because for every fitness level, just walking down the street can be intense for somebody, all right? So find what your intensity level is and do that for 15 to 20 minutes. And that way you maximize your time with your workout and you burn a lot of calories in a short amount of time. Use bodyweight exercise, like I said before, that require no equipment. That way you're not searching for something. You don't have to buy anything from the store if you don't already have it. That could be a barrier because for some people that's a barrier. They don't have the equipment. So if that's a barrier you face, find exercises again that pretty much eliminate that barrier. Okay. So again, go to YouTube, type in quick cardio workout, 15, 20 minutes, no equipment needed, all right, for a beginner. And that way, when you search that topic or that phrase, it'll get you right what you need for your workout that morning, okay? Or in the evening or in the afternoon, whatever time fits best for your schedule. And this is a trial and error thing too. You might try the morning, you might say, this doesn't work. You might try the evening and say, man, I'm just too exhausted, it never gets done. If you might try the afternoon, you might say, yeah, I'm just a little bit too busy with meetings at work. And you have to kind of figure out, okay, based on your schedule, which time is going to work best for you. Last but not least, just know that you can do this, all right? Just remind yourself. Don't let those negative thoughts come in because they're going to come. They're going to tell you, hey, you can't do this. You got this knee issue. You got too much weight. You know you're not going to stick to it for the long term. All these negative thoughts are going to come in. Try to have some positive ammunition for those negative thoughts. If you have a negative thought that says, hey, you're too big to do this, say, hey, that doesn't even matter. I know I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm especially doing this for myself, for my health. I want to get my blood pressure down. I want to get my blood sugar levels under control. I'm not going to let these negative thoughts stop me from getting myself healthy and fit for myself and my family. All right. Again, let me know in the comments below. Did any of these things really help you out? Did this information help you out? Do you feel like this is something you could utilize in your daily life? Also, let me know in the comments below. Which one do you think will work best for you? What time of day? I want you to think about this. Is it going to be the morning? Do you need to create a better sleep routine to get up in the morning? Will it be the afternoon, midday, or will it be the evening that workouts work best for you? Or will it be breaking it up 5 to 10 minutes every few hours throughout the day till it adds up to 30 to 35 minutes for that day? Now, remember, you can follow me on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, Ask the Health Coach on Instagram and check out my website, askthehealthcoach.com. I think I'm missing the K on there, but that's okay. Make sure you add that K after the S, askthehealthcoach.com. You can sign up with me one-on-one for personal health coaching where I can help guide you on reaching your goals, whatever they may be. Let's sit down one-on-one together and reach your goals starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not on Monday, but today. Today is the day that we need to start, that you need to start your fitness journey.